Now the rookie first-rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
And you remember pre-draft, there was a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. This is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go.
Play action. Manning. Looking for Shepard deep. He's got a man. Complete. There goes Sterling Shepard. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Second down, Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Prescott on first down. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Let's go, get out.
Prescott now on second down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On third down, Elliott down right around the 25. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Manning to throw on second down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. David Irving forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, it's Manning. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
A second down throw for Prescott. He finds Hearns left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And Beasley with it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Hearns brings it in. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. On third down, it's Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And now out come the Giants. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, those Giant fans, you know that they love seeing Saquon Barkley wearing their jersey, but it's interesting. He actually grew up a Jets fan.
Yeah, I wonder what his dad was thinking. What Big Al was thinking on draft night. Had to be so happy for his son. But they grew up watching Jets games. Just sit together, watch it. In fact, Dad has a Jets tattoo.
Yes.
Okay, so that tells you about how much he loves that team. You think Saquon's going to fix that and make it a Giants tattoo?
Yeah, wants to make that a Giants tattoo. That family, though, they fully converted. They're supporting the G-men. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Whoosh. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Into the red zone now. Manning. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run for.
That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Eli Manning, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other end. Just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Here we go. All right, hey. Check. 3 down. Here we go. Get that. Let's go. Get out.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st down, Prescott. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Prescott now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down.
All right, hey. Go. Get out there.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Prescott from the gun. And this one caught by Beasley. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Dalvin Tomlinson able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Manning. And Ingram holds it in. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play for the Giants on third down. 43 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he spins away. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first runner off the board. We just saw why. His ability with the ball in his hands to turn a nice little game into something big. He makes plays no matter how you get him the ball.
Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Manning to throw on 2nd down. A quick hitter complete. It's Shepard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Shotgun now for Manning. To Barkley on the check down. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Aldrich Rosas now to try the Giants' field goal. And Rosas puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out. Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Let's go, get out, get out.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He can't get him down. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Second down, Prescott. Completes it to Hearns. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick, rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 45.
Zebra.
So after the INT, it's Manning. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Room to run inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. A gain of 32 that time.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Now Manning. Caught left side. It's Beckham. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38.